Good morning, students. Chapter 5, Laws of Motion. We will see some examples today. Example: figure shows the position time graph of a particle of mass 4 kg. What is the questioning force on particle for time t less than 0, time t greater than 0, between 0 and 4 seconds? And second question is the impulse at time t is equal to 0 and at time t is equal to 4 seconds. Yes, we have to consider one dimensional motion. Yes, it is given one graph, x versus t graph. Okay, it is less than 0, 0 to 4, and it is greater than 4. Okay, see first question. Figure shows the position time graph of a mass 4 kg. So first of all, mass of particle m is equal to, it is 4 kg. Question: force on particle for time t less than 0, t greater than 0, and between 0 to 4. Here it will be t greater than 4. Okay, so see, first of all, for t less than 0, see, for t less than 0, t less than 0 means here time is 0. For t less than 0, it is xt graph, and see, this xt graph coincides with time axis. Coincides with time axis. Yes or no? Yes. So here, for t less than 0, xt graph coincides with time axis. And we know that when xt graph coincides with xt graph, it is at rest. And when object is at rest, according to Newton's first law of motion, when object is at rest according to Newton's first law of motion, force acting on it is zero. Force acting on it is 0. Simple. So again, when t is less than 0, from this graph we can say this xt graph coincides with time axis. So it is at rest. It is at rest means, yes, we know that force acting on it is 0. Clear about this? Okay. Now, for t greater than 4 seconds, see, t greater than 4 seconds. Here, for t greater than 4 seconds, it is graph, and see, this xt graph is parallel to time axis. It is parallel to time axis. Here, xt graph is parallel to time axis. So again, parallel to time axis. So again, it is at rest. Yes, we know that. Okay, we know that it is again at rest. Okay, so it is at rest. Rest so means again force acting on it is 0. Force acting on it is 0. Clear about this? Now, time interval between 0 to 4. Time interval between 0 to 4. See, 0 t 4. During this time interval, see, here it is. What is observed? What is graph? It is graph. Okay, yes. It is not coinciding with x-axis. It is not parallel with x-axis, so it is not at rest. Okay, but if you have remembered, okay, this graph is a straight line. When xt graph is a straight line, it means velocity is constant. So yes, here for time interval 0 to 4, xt graph is straight line. And we know that straight line xt graph means uniform velocity. And we know that again, uniform velocity, when object is moving with uniform speed, uniform velocity, again force acting on it is 0. Force acting on it is 0. Clear about this? Okay, so yes, you are given 3 cases between 0 to 4, less than 0 and greater than 4. And for each and every case, force acting on it is 0. Clear about this? Now, second question is, you have to find impulse at time t is equal to 0 and at time t is equal to 4 seconds. Impulse, how to find impulse? Question B, how to find impulse? We know that impulse is equal to change in momentum. Impulse is equal to change in momentum is equal to, it is delta t, is equal to, it is P2 minus P1, is equal to, it is m V2 minus m V1, is equal to, it is m V2 minus V1, it is V2 minus V1. Clear about this? Yes or no? Yes. So yes, impulse is equal to, it is change in momentum is equal to delta P is equal to P2 minus P1 is equal to m V2 minus m V1 is equal to m V2 minus V1. Now V2 means velocity after, V1 means initial velocity before. Okay, then how to find this initial and final velocity? How to find this initial and final velocity? See, we have to find impulse at two cases. We have to find impulse at two cases. First at time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0. Yes, we have to use this equation. Now understand. Here it is. M, that is mass of object. V2 means final velocity. V1 means initial velocity. You have to find at time t is equal to 0. So as V1 initial velocity, I am taking velocity before t is equal to 0. V1 velocity before t is equal to 0. Velocity before t is equal to 0. Before means during this period. During this period. And see, during this period, object is at rest. So what is its velocity? Yes, its velocity is 0. Its velocity is 0 because object is at rest. Clear about this? Now V2 means what? V2 means final velocity, that is after 0. Okay, V2 means velocity after t is equal to 0 second. After t is equal to 0 second. After t is equal to 0 second means I am taking this time interval 0 to 4. I am taking this time interval 0 to 4 second. Okay, so during this time interval, how to find velocity? Yes, we know is equal. Velocity is equal. Change in position upon time interval. Yes. Change in position. Initially here, then it is moving here. Yes or no? Yes. Or it is final position, initial position. Final position 3. Final position is 3. Initial position is 0. Okay. Divided by final time is 4 minus 0. So it is 4 minus 0. So what is velocity? It is 3 by 4. What is velocity? It is 3 by. Any doubt? Clear about this? Yes or no? Yes. Then how to find impulse? Impulse is equal to, what is value of mass m? Yes, it is 4. V2, what is velocity after this 0 time? Okay, it is 3 by 4. What is V1? It is 0. So 4 it is only 3 Newton. Impulse, yes, impulse. Its unit is equal to unit of momentum. And what is unit of momentum? It is kg meter per second, or you can also say it is Newton second. Clear about this? Now for second case, at time t is equal to 4 seconds. At time t is equal to 4 seconds means at this point. At time t is equal to 4 seconds. So yes, how to find? Again, we have to consider two velocities: initial velocity and final velocity. So let V1 is velocity before t is equal to 4 seconds. t is equal to 4 seconds. Before t is equal to 4 seconds means I am taking time interval 0 to 4. And yes, during this period, that is velocity before 4 seconds, that is from 0 to 4. We know its velocity is 3 by 4. Okay, v2 means what? v2 means velocity after t is equal to 4 seconds. Velocity after t is equal to 4 seconds. After t is equal to 4 seconds, xt graph is parallel to time axis, means object is at rest, so its velocity is 0 because it is at clear about this. So what is impulse in this case? What is impulse in this case? Impulse is equal to 4. What is final velocity? 0. Initial velocity 3 by 4. 4 plus, so it is minus 3 newtons. It is minus 3 newton second. Clear about this? So yes, to find impulse, what you have to do? First of all, you have to use this equation. If I want to find impulse at time t is equal to 0, it is initial, it is final. Simple. Initial velocity during this time, final velocity during this time. If I want to find impulse at 4 seconds, then for 4 seconds, it is initial and it is final. Clear about this? So it is how to find impulse when you are given such xt graph. Okay, so yes, it is importance of xt graph that we have discussed in chapter number 3, that is motion in a straight line. Okay, yes, you to know what is xt graph, each and every case, it is rest condition, it is uniform velocity, and it is also rest condition. Clear about it? Next question. One block of 2 kg at one end and the other of 3 kg at other end of a light string connected. If this system remains stationary, find the magnitude and direction of friction. Yes, you are given one figure. One inclined plane at angle 30 degree, 3 kg, 2 kg. The system is in equilibrium. So stationary, yes. So you have to find what is friction force and in which direction. Let this 3 kg is m1. m1 is equal to 3 kg and this m2 is equal to 2 kg. Okay, so yes, it is m1, yes, it is m2. So the number of forces acting on this system. First of all, on this m1g is always acting in downward direction. Due to that, and this string becomes tight, so tension T is produced. Okay, now on this second block m2g, it is always acting in vertically downward direction. Okay, tension T is produced in the string because the string is same, so magnitude of tension will be same. Okay, yes, and 2g in downward direction, and one normal force. Okay, it is always normal to contact surface. Now, yes, you are given the system remains stationary. Okay, but if system is moving, then obviously this block will move in downward direction. Impending motion. If friction is not present, if friction is absent, then obviously this block would have moved in downward direction. This block would have moved in downward direction, and this block in this direction. Yes or no? Yes. So obviously friction force will be in this direction. Friction force will be in this direction. Clear about this? Clear about this? Now, yes, this m2g is vertically downward direction. I have to resolve this m2g in two components. One in this direction, another in this direction. Another in this direction. Okay? So yes, we know that this angle will become 30 degree. So it becomes m2g cos 30, and this component becomes m2g sin 30. Clear about this? This component becomes m2g sin 30. Okay, any doubt? So yes, now how to find? Yes, m1g t on this m2g t and F, such forces are acting. Okay, now for this first block, as the system is stationary, okay, system is stationary. This M1 block is also at stationary condition. Okay, block M1 is stationary. Block M1 is stationary. It means sigma F is equal to 0. Chalo, numbers of forces acting on this block. Yes, it is M1G and T. Yes, it is M1G and T. So I can write M1G is equal to T. Yes or no? M1, what is value of M1? It is 3. G, it is 10. And is equal to this tension means T. So yes, here T is equal to 30 Newton. Here T is equal to it is 30 Newton. And it out. Okay. Now for block 2. Now for block M2. Now for block M. See, for block M. Yes, block M. It is not moving in this direction, parallel to slope. Yes, it is stationary. Block M2 is also stationary. Block M2 is also stationary. Okay, so sigma F is equal to it is 0. Sigma F is equal to it is 0. And yes, sigma F is equal to 0 parallel to slope. Parallel to slope. Then parallel to slope means in this direction. So what is meaning of this thing? Tension is acting in this direction. M2G sin 30 and F, they are acting in this direction. So yes, we can say forces acting in one direction, that is T, is equal to forces acting in opposite direction, which is F plus M2G sin 30. M2G sin 30. So F is equal to, it is T minus M2G sin 30. What is value of T? 30. M2 is T. G, it is 10. Sin 30, 1 by 2. 2 cut. 30 minus 10, it is 20 Newton. So what is value of friction force? It is 20 Newton. What is value of friction force? It is 20 Newton. And yes, it is acting in this vertically downward direction. Now you may ask me one question. Yes sir, why impending motion is in this direction? Okay, why impending motion is in this direction? Impending motion is in this direction. See, if you are given any masses or any slope, then how to decide impending motion? This M1G is acting in downward direction for first block. On this block, parallel to slope in downward direction, force acting is M2G sin 30. M1G, what is value of M1G? Just this 30. It is 30. This M1G is 30. What is value of this M2G sin 30? M2G sin 30. Value of this M2G sin 30, it is only 10. It is only 10. So yes, on this block in downward direction, force acting is 30. On this block, parallel to slope in downward direction, force acting is 10. Obviously, this 30 is greater than 10, so impending motion is in downward direction. Impending motion is in downward direction. Clear about this? Clear about this? So yes, this point you have to remember. Okay? So yes, if you are given a block and a pulley system as shown in figure, how to find this question. Next one is a person standing on the floor of a lift drops a coin. The coin reaches the floor in time t1 if the lift is stationary and time t2 if it is moving with acceleration. Then what is relation between t1 and t2? See what is given here. It is one lift. Okay, a person in his hand having a coin. Okay, let this height is h. Let this height is h. Okay, a person standing on the floor of a lift drops the coin. Drops means initial velocity. V0 is equal to 0. Initial velocity V0 is equal to 0. Drops the coin. The coin reaches the floor in time. See, to reach floor, it travels some distance h. First of all, I will make one general equation. See, when he drops the coin, after traveling distance h, it will reach the floor. Yes or no? So, according to x is equal to V0t plus half at square. X is equal to V0t plus half at square. How to write? It is moving in downward direction, so minus h is equal to initial velocity 0. Initial velocity 0. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Effective gravitational acceleration in downward direction, so it is minus half g effective t square. Clear about this? Why g effective? Why g effective? We will discuss. Okay. So this minus minus here. So this minus minus here. Yes or no? Yes. So yes, make t as subject. Then t square is equal to 2h upon g effective. So t is equal to under root 2h upon g effective. Clear about this? Okay. Clear about this? Now, first case you are given. Case 1. Okay, when the point reaches the floor in time t1, if the lift is stationary. Case 1. Lift is stationary. Lift is stationary. Lift is stationary. We know that when lift is stationary means it is inertial frame of reference, which obeys Newton's first law of motion. And in this case, g effective is equal to g. So t1 is equal to under root 2h upon g. It is 2h upon g. While in case 2, time t2, if it is moving with acceleration, if it is moving up with acceleration, lift is moving up with acceleration, then we know that in this case g effective is equal to it is g plus a. So what is t2? t2 is equal to under root 2h upon g plus a. t2 is equal to under root it is 2h upon g plus a. So yes, it is difference between two cases, case 1 and case 2. And see now, assured it is clear. Sorry, as from this equation, 2h common. Okay, so t depends on this acceleration. Yes or no? So yes, from these two equations you can easily identify. Here denominator is more. Here denominator is small, and here denominator is more. So yes, t1 and t2. Observe these two equations. And yes, you have to identify what is relation between time t1 and t2. Is t1 greater than t2? Is t1 less than t2? Or is t1 and t2 same? Clear about this? Yes, you have to write your answer in comment box. Okay, what is relation between t1 and t2? What is relation between t1 and t2? Clear about it? Write down.